Nix? Why do you look so sad?
Well, I have a lot of problems, Goki, and I don't think I can fix all of them.
Why do you think that is so?
I think that I'm not strong, I'm not smart enough to deal with them, and they're all piling up.
Sometimes, I also feel like I already lost all hope in myself because of many problems.
Goki, what would you do if you were in my situation?
Well, I will pray that God will help me, and I believe that He will do something to help me with my problems.
Well, this reminds me of a story of some spies that were sent to Jericho was chased after by many soldiers.
Oh, please tell me that story.
God told Moses that he would not lead the Israelites into the promised land. Moses called everyone together and gave instructions to his successor Joshua.
Be strong and courageous, for you are to lead these people into the land the Lord has promised to them. The Lord goes before you and will never leave or forsake you. Don't be afraid or become discouraged.
After Moses died, Joshua and the people camped at Abel Shittim on the east bank of the river Jordan. God told Joshua,
Get ready to cross the river Jordan. Every place you set foot on, I will give you, and nobody will be able to stand in your way. I will never leave you or let you down. Be strong and show courage. Obey God's law and think deeply about it. Then you will be successful.
Joshua ordered those in charge of the people,
Go through the camp and tell everyone to pack up and get ready to move. In 3 days' time, we will cross the river Jordan and take over the land God has promised us.
The people answered, What have you commanded, we will do. Just as we obeyed Moses, we will obey you. May God be with you, as he was with Moses. Ahead of them, just 12 miles away, on the other side of the river Jordan, was the walled city of Jericho. Joshua secretly sent 2 spies to check out the land and the city Jericho. They entered Jericho and made for the house of Rahab, who often took strangers and visitors into her home. However, the spies had been spotted. The king of Jericho was warned.
There are Israelite spies in the city.
The king gave orders for soldiers to go to Rahab's house and arrest them. Rahab, however, sensing her visitors were in danger, took them up to the roof and hid them. When the soldiers arrived, she did not betray them. There were 2 men here, but I did not know who they were, she explained. At dusk, before the city gate was closed, they left, and I don't know where they are heading. The soldiers rushed off out of the city and down the road towards the river Jordan, searching for the 2 spies. Rahab went up onto the roof and spoke to the spies. I know the Lord has given you this land, and everyone here is very afraid. We have heard how God opened up the Red Sea to let you escape out of Egypt, and our hearts are melting with fear. Please promise me that you will show kindness to my family and spare their lives. Rahab begged. Our lives for your lives, the two spies promised her. Rahab's house had a window in the city wall. That night, she let them down a rope to make their escape. "Go and hide in the hills for 3 days, and when they have given up searching for you, you'll be able to cross the Jordan River." The men had agreed that Rahab would tie a scarlet cord in her window to signal her house. They told her to make sure her family stayed inside the house when the Israelites attacked. Then they would keep their promise to spare their lives. Rahab tied the scarlet in the window as agreed. The two men hid in the hills around Jericho until it was clear for them to cross the river Jordan and return to the Israelites' camp. They reported to Joshua,
"The Lord really has given us the whole of this land. The people there are melting in fear because of us."
Joshua was ready to move into the promised land. But how were so many people all going to be able to cross the river Jordan, which was in flood?
Wow! Rahab reminded the spies of all the great and amazing things that God has did to them.
And even she was not an Israelite herself, she trusted God that He will help her in times of need.
Oh, how I would love to have a hope and faith just like Rahab.
Of course you can, Kuya Nick. Remember all the good things that God has done in your life.
Now that you said it, you're right. There are many times in my life that God has helped me. He even answered my prayers and gave me good things that I didn't ask for.
Remember that even you have doubts yourself, you shouldn't doubt on what God can do.
Yes, and I think I can do this because God is by my side. I am sure that He will help me in everything that I face. Well, I think it's time to go because I have a lot of things to do.
Okay, bye!
Bye!
See you next time!
See you next time, kids!
Go Kids Asia!